Welcome back to the Burn 'em Up podcast brought to you by Food City. Starting this fall semester a little differently. We're not speaking with athletes from the fall sports yet. We're going to take the next 2 weeks and go back to some of the spring sports as two of the teams got to go on different trips this year. Lacrosse went to Japan. We'll talk to a player from lacrosse next week. But this week, we're going to talk about softball's trip to Spain. And joining us is Kaylee Wilson, who was on that trip. She's a senior here on this team from Ottawa, Tennessee. And Kaylee, first of all, what's the experience like going with a team across the country, across the ocean?
It was super exciting first off, but just going across the ocean in general, I was like, whoa, this is exciting. Never done it before. And then getting to go with my team was super special. Just girls that you spend so many hours with throughout the week. And then also just getting to play ball with them and getting to do something you guys all enjoy in another country and share that with a lot of other people.
So you told me before we started recording you've done some mission trips, but never like just a cultural trip. What was the biggest difference in just seeing cultural stuff? Because I'm sure when you did a mission trip you saw some culture, but like just doing it full on, you're seeing everything in Spain. Yeah, so in the past I've gone to mission trips like in Haiti and different things where I've had, like I said, a mission, we're serving, we're helping at a school, certain things like that. But going to Spain, obviously we were serving in a sense. We did some camps and played some games, but the whole idea was just to interact with different people. And so we got to play games, and obviously we played softball, and we got to play with the girls that we don't speak their language, and there was that language barrier. And so it was super interesting to see just like how the game itself, we were able to bond over something even though we didn't fully understand what we were saying with words. So it was super cool. How many different teams did you play? In total we played 2, but then we played, we also did a camp with like little kids, actually softball and baseball. So it's pretty cool. Talk about the difference in softball in Spain compared to maybe what you see here in the United States. There were obviously the same game, but are there a lot of difference in approach of like how you see players play or how they warm up or train? Yeah, so I was actually surprised at like the similarities, I would say, just overall, just how the game is played and how it's approached. But the main difference I saw with the camp that we did with the little kids, we did a camp and then we played afterwards, and they have like these sports centers where like every single sport is played. And softball here, like you can play anywhere, you can travel across the country and play like the games everywhere. And that's not necessarily the case in Spain. It's just not as prominent. So it was super interesting to get to see like the players be super excited about it too, because they hadn't had people that I guess had as much of a background in softball and had played it all their lives. And so getting to see the little kids get excited, and then also just the complex that was so different, that was shared with multiple sports like soccer, and then you could see tennis people playing, across the ways, and all the people just doing everything. And we went inside to change at one point, and there was some like figure skating and hockey things going on. So lots of different things happening. It's really different from what I'm used to. Did you guys take all of your gear across the ocean? What was that like, traveling with bats and gloves and all that? No, we took one bag, and we had, I think it was like 2 or 3 bats in it, a few helmets, catcher's gear, just the necessities. The funny part though is that, so we played the first game, we had the camp, and then the second game we were traveling from Madrid to Barcelona, and the bag may or may not have gotten lost along the ways. So we had to deal with that, but it ended up working out, and we got to use some of the other players' gear, so it was fine. It was a fun travel story, yeah. So you were in Madrid and Barcelona, any other cities? Yes, we also went to Girona, and then Toledo, so 2 smaller cities compared to Madrid and Barcelona, but they actually ended up being my favorites. So. What'd you like about Girona and Toledo? Toledo just had a lot of history. So does Madrid, obviously being the capital of Spain, but Toledo just was the original capital of Spain, and so there was just like a lot of Roman ruins and different things that I just thought was super interesting. And then it was just beautiful, the landscape was. And then Girona was just like kind of a little bit smaller. One of the tour guides, we were talking and kind of compared it to like the Chattanooga to like a Nashville type situation. Just a little bit smaller and kind of could explore little roads and not get lost in crowds of people, so it was fun. And talk about Madrid and Barcelona, obviously the biggest two biggest cities. What was it like being in those two? Yeah, Madrid was super cool. Honestly, a lot. Culture shock the first day. We were tired. We flew through the night, and so having to adjust to the time the first day was super overwhelming, but then just getting to see all the different kinds of people, and like the architecture was probably my favorite part, just both in Madrid and Barcelona, just how the architecture was so different in the city layout, and then just the different cultures too, just because in Barcelona they speak
Catalonian, and it's just a little bit different than Madrid, and you kind of get to notice the small little changes from city to city because they're only a few hours apart, I guess, on a train from how we took it, but so many differences, even in the sports and how it was played, and there wasn't a complex at the second place, so it was a little different.
Here in the States, we don't ride trains all that often. We fly more places. What was it like riding a train in that long distance?
Yeah, it was super cool. I've never, like you said, I've never really had an opportunity to be on a train like that. So it was super fun because first off, I'm with my teammates, so we're all just staring out the windows and chatting the whole time. So that was fun. And then it was also interesting because, we were in cities the whole time, so getting to see a little bit of the countryside as we rode through. And then also just seeing, I've been to California, and so noticing how the landscape out there in the countryside is so similar to California. It was, I don't know, it's kind of weird, like deja vu, but it was super cool.
You mentioned some of the historical parts of Toledo. Did you have a favorite sightseeing thing that you just I want to go back and see that someday?
Ooh, Toledo, this is actually in Barcelona that this happened, but Toledo, we could pull around the edge, with the bus, kind of how you have, a look-off or over a mountain and things. And you could pull around the edge as you were kind of winding up the mountain of the city and just see all the Roman ruins, which is super cool. And so then after that, we went to Barcelona, and there was these little glass cutouts in some of the city streets where you could see where they had built on top of Roman ruins.
Oh, okay.
And so getting to see those two comparisons was super cool for a historical point of view.
Then let's talk about the food. What the food suggestion for you? A, are you a picky eater? And then B, did you find stuff that you really, really enjoyed there?
I would say yes and no. I had some days where I tried something and I was like, ooh, this is amazing. And then some days that I was like, maybe we'll try something else.
Okay.
But I really loved it. I think my favorite was the gelato. I love ice cream.
Sure.
So I ate a lot of that. So that's probably my favorite.
Your gelato is very good.
Yeah.
Good. What's something you took away from this trip? You talked about playing games, you got to sightsee, you got to work at camp. What's a big picture thing that you'll take away from that?
Probably a big picture thing for me from a sports aspect just was being a senior. I kind of, you put a lot of pressure on yourself to do different things and to be this and be that. And then, we go with a smaller group to Spain. We're not bringing as much equipment. It's not quite as, serious in the sense of we have to win this game or anything, and kind of getting to step back right before my final year of softball and be like, whoa, this is why I started. I'm getting to play this game with my best friends and get to see another country just because of it. So I think that was kind of a cool realization to have.
We are obviously several months away from the start of your final season, but you guys are starting kind of your fall practice now. Has it kind of hit in that it's your final year of collegiate softball? Has it kind of sunk in already?
I think a day or two ago it kind of did. It probably won't hit me until spring semester when we're in the nitty gritty of it, but we had some bigger group things here recently, and just getting to see all the girls work together, and then also kind of be the one that knows answers to questions that I've asked in the past has been super interesting, and just, I don't know, it's been super fun just to be able to interact with everyone, and we have a lot of new players too, so just to get to see what everyone's bringing to the table and just get excited for it.
You got a lot of freshmen, you mentioned newcomers coming in. Just what have you seen? Obviously, we're 2 weeks into class, and just what have you seen from them that the excitement level? Because you were there at one point of being a freshman at a school.
Yes, I mean, yeah, you said it yourself. The excitement, just also the curiosity for just how things are gonna look, and okay, 2 weeks from now, what does that look like as far as practice and how things change as we go through different seasons and different parts of preseason and everything. But just getting to see all the girls just really buy into what we're about to do, and to not be afraid to ask questions, and even the transfers to buy in and ask questions and help the freshmen, and just everyone to kind of pitch in their own way and not see anyone kind of back off or lay in the background is really cool. So.
What's next for Kaylee when she's done at Lee? Do you have an idea of what you want to do, or maybe you want to do?
Yeah, so I'm a health science major. I want to go to PA school when I graduate. So I've been working over the summer as a tech at the hospital, just getting that experience. I learned that I really am passionate about patient care, and the professors here have really helped me in the science department, just writing me letters of recommendation and kind of guiding me down what things I'm interested in the health field. And so I'm really excited. I've applied to a few schools, and I'm going to apply to a few more, so kind of just in a waiting season, just seeing where that takes me. So.
Is that kind of nervous, when you're playing softball coming in, you have ideas, you have options where you could go, then you can make that decision. Now you have to wait for them to say, yes, you can come, or no, you can't. Is it kind of nerve-wracking?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely nerve-wracking. Kind of exciting though, just because I've worked, so hard for the past few years, just getting experience and playing ball and playing softball and doing school and doing all these different things to get experience in different areas and to finally get to see it kind of like all come to fruition. Even if I don't have like a clear answer just yet, getting to like see, all the different things I could do. It's just super exciting, and kind of just getting to play this last year and have a few more semesters left. So
Joined here by Kaylee Wilson from the softball team as they made a trip to Spain back in June, and now she's getting ready for her senior year. Of course, their season won't start until February. Kaylee, wish you the best for fall, and we'll look forward to the spring and see what the Lambs can do in the softball field.
yeah, thank you.